on, baby. You want to open the packages with me? You want to? Here she is. She loves the package opening. Yes, she does. Oh, look at those. Aren't they nice? Wow. Wow. So cute. There we go. And we have something from Blackwell's. Yes, we do. Big chunky. Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, it's huge. Holy fuck. It's so big. Stunning. Incredible. Reversible. We love it. Yeah, baby. I know. Okay. Should we go see if this matches? In height? It won't in the shine, but it will in, well, it will in color. Maybe in design. Not for shine, but let's see if it matches for height. It looks like it's a little bigger. Just like a tiny, tiny bit bigger. So that's okay, because at least this design matches. Yay! And my drops snow is gonna be such a fun color combo for my sailor slippers. Ah! It just vacuumed. Pussy, what are you doing upstairs? Oh, she's hiding. She says, no, Mom, I didn't like that at all. Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello if you're new. Welcome to me with freshly washed hair. It is Saturday, a weekend. I have no plans. I have not a single plan. And oh my god, I'm so excited about it. This whole week, I was thinking about like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like this whole stretch of days where like in the evenings on Thursday and Friday, and then like Saturday, Sunday, I have nothing. And I'm like, dude, that sounds amazing. I love having nothing on. It's so nice. I get to catch up on my crafting, even though I just haven't stopped. I get to do whatever I want. I get to be lazy. Sure, at some point I gotta go grocery shopping, but I've literally put that off for like 3 days because I'm like, I don't need it right now. That's what I'm doing in my head. I made another sourdough loaf. It was once again gummy, and I have followed all of the advice of the people on the internet. So I am now assuming that it is my starter. That is the issue. It's no longer underproofing, undercooking, nothing. Because I did like the little alicot method, which is a fun method that someone mentioned. And it's like a foolproof way to do dough. And then I ended up overproofing my dough yesterday. So, and overproofing doesn't result in gumminess. That's just, it's more airy. It's like bigger holes or something. I don't know. But it is still gummy. It's still not great. Like it tastes amazing, and I will eat it. I will just toast it and eat it with my eggs or whatever. But I will not give that bread to anyone else to try because it's not good yet. It's not an actually good loaf yet. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong anymore. I'm a little disheartened. That was my 5th sourdough loaf, and it was the 5th time it wasn't perfect. So we will try again next week. Another week of strengthening the starter. I don't know what to say anymore on that one, but anyways, so that is what I did yesterday. I made another loaf of sourdough and I baked it at like midnight because I didn't want to cold proof it. I'm scared of cold proofing, so who knows, man. But now I'm here sitting on my couch. I got some fun plans for all of the fun like made things. I did get my first order of Drops Snow yarn, which is going to be my sailor slippers, like my pair of sailor slippers. And I just checked in on my order for my parents' yarn for their sailor slippers because it's from a slightly suspicious site. They had emailed me like the next day saying, hey, one of the colors that you wanted is like on back order. Do you want to swap it for anything? And I was like, yeah, I'll swap it out for this one. And then they never got back to me, and like the order still hasn't like shipped or anything. Like I haven't gotten any notifications on it. It's so funny because I was like, I ordered it from this website called Rito, R-I-T-O, Rito. Then like the next day I saw a TikTok with someone getting an order from Rito, and I commented on their TikTok and I was like, I'm so glad I saw this because I just ordered from Rito and I don't know if they're sus or not. And she goes, no, literally me too, because my Google search was, is Rito like a sus website? And I was like, I'm just hoping. It should be fine. It should come in. I just hope it comes in soon, or at least ships soon, because it is coming from the UK. That's gonna take a second. So I'm glad that I did it now in November, and hopefully it's here like early December. That's what I'm hoping anyways. Thankfully they look like a really quick pattern to cook up, so it shouldn't be that bad. But I got these two colors for the stripes. We have like a fun like apricot, and then this beautiful, does it not say the name? Color 112 and then color 106, like a lemonade and an apricot for the stripes. Then I have a dark blue for the sole, like just a nice navy. And then for the eye cord, I thought it'd be fun to do like a green. So these were all the ones that I found. And I still have not yet seen anyone do a color combo like this. So that kind of makes me feel a little special. Because I have been seeing so many different like sailor slipper color combos on TikTok and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna try and start this today. I'm a little nervous about it because I'm gonna try and knit them both at the same time on the same cord. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna be learning new things, following an entirely new pattern. But on my mom's scarf that I'm doing the Magnolia Pearl, their like Magnolia Ascot pattern. And I had to learn an entirely new situation for that because I had to learn, I don't know, like I just had to figure out how to do not only increases and decreases. I have done those before, but it's good practice. I had to do a keyhole in it. So it's like, it needs to be blocked, but this is what I've got so far for the scarf. And now it is literally just knit purl one after the other for like so fucking long. Like this has to measure like 20 some inches, and right now it's at 14, so I almost have to like double it before I can do the next like tip and sign off. But this is the keyhole, and it took me multiple tries to do this keyhole. I ended up actually doing the keyhole at my friend's birthday. I had my little notebook here. Like I got this like leather beautiful thing journal cover from my friend Yeleni. She made this for me. She went through a little phase of like making a whole bunch of different ones for herself, and I was like, bestie, if you want to send me one. She sent me this cutie little one, and is the perfect size for my like, I originally got this to be like Mary's journal when I was originally like drafting a favorite fae, because it just felt like her journal. And I even wrote some stuff right at the beginning that's like very like Mary vibes. This is actually when Mary was named Marigold, hence the marigold flower in there. And I was like doing like, you know, sleeping thing. So this is like what her book would look like. I don't know. I stopped after that. But partway through, I did, when I was doing my sweater last year, when I started doing a sweater, this is what I was using to like notate it. I have since stopped that sweater. I'm not going to continue it, but this is now what I'm using for my like project notebook. So this is the notations that I've done on my knitting for this scarf. And then on the next page, I have like projects to finish. It's a whole list of projects that I wanted to do for Christmas and stuff like that. So this is how I'm just keeping track of that. But yeah, this is like my little weird little notebook. Anyways, I had this with me at Sophia's. Like I was going through it, trying to figure out how to do this keyhole and then count. I was not having it, but I figured it out and I did it, and I'm proud of that, and it looks good. There's only one stitch in this entire thing. I've also had to like multiple times like undo and then like pick up stitches again, which is terrifying in knitting. Crochet, I don't care because I can just unravel and then stick my thing through. Knitting, You can do that, but you have to be so careful because you could just drop stitches. And there's one in the beginning of this scarf that is just like a little bit of a hole right there. I don't know what I did, but you know what? That's okay. It looks like something happened in my knits and pearls that just like, because I could even feel it. Like there's a little like hard nodule right here. That's fine. It's like you can't really see it when it's just a scarf. I mean, you can right there, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not undoing this whole thing to like fix that. But I have had to like redo whole swaths of this project, especially when I was doing the keyhole because I fucked up. I also accidentally did the wrong stitch on one stretch of the keyhole on the back. I accidentally purled this row, which is totally fine. I accidentally purled it, which is totally fine. Or I think I accidentally knitted it on the back. Yeah, I think that's what I did when I was supposed to purl it, but whatever. It's the back of the project and it just makes like a nice line. I don't know, man. But yeah, this is what I'm doing for my mom. She wanted this nice Magnolia Ascot little mini scarf thing, which is very cute. So that one is actually going to take me the longest out of all of these projects because it took me like, I spent like a couple hours on it last night and got like this much. So it's going to take me a while because like switching between knitting and purling on really tiny needles just takes me a long time. Like if it was in the round, I would zoom through this so quickly, but it's not. Speaking of in the round, I'm making my mom a better headband and I'm going to make my dad a better headband once these are off the needle out of like this nice yarn. Not pink for my dad. I got him gray. If you saw my little tiny Thursday vlog, I picked that up during that. But I'm knitting my mom a headband using the same pattern that I made a toque out of, which is the Leith hat by Isolde. I bought that pattern and it is a wonderful hat pattern. I'm really in love with it and I've now done 2 hats out of it and this headband and I'm so excited about it. But I've like been using that just as a baseline for like essentially I'm just going to make the brim of the hat and it's going to be a double folded over. I'm trying to do this but the yarn is tight. It's going to be like a double folded over, not a double folded over. It's just going to be a folded over headband for my mom, which is exciting. So I'm almost done it. Like I just need to do the last chunk of it. So it'll be like a nice like folded over headband and it's not super thick, but that'll be nice and warm because it'll like let in less air, etc. Anyways, that's the project talking of this video. I have so many things underway and I haven't even told you like the majority of the projects that I've been working on because those are all for my friends and my friends watch my videos, so I'm not gonna spoil that. But I'm excited. I'm gonna try and do, I think I'm gonna start the sailor slippers today and see how long it takes me to do because I just want to know what I'm doing and if I'm doing my pair first so I can like troubleshoot essentially before I get my mom and my dad's yarn. So fingers crossed that this comes in the next couple weeks. But yes, that is what I've been doing. Lots of this. Anyways, I also started my 100th book on Thursday, which is the Jasad Crown. And I'm halfway through this. So I would really like to finish this weekend. I just need to kind of lock in and get this done. I also have a hankering to read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of, no, the third one. Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. I have like a hankering for that. And also Lyra Celine's A Feather So Black. So I think those are my next 3 books that I'm going to read. Like this one I'm going to finish. It's my 100th book of the year. And then I'm going to go into, I think, Emily Wilde. And then I think Lyra Celine's one. I have a hankering. And this is going to be great because there's going to be another series finished and another one off of my TBR that I've been meaning to read and my 10 before the end and all this kind of stuff. So it's going to be a very chill weekend. We're going to hopefully get some reading done. Hopefully later today, I pick this back up, get a good chunk done, and then get some projects done and all that good stuff. It's nice and bright and sunny today and I'm really happy about that. It keeps going like really gloomy and then really sunny. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. But anyways, so yeah, that's what you can expect from me this weekend. Reading, knitting, should do some writing at some point. Gotta get back into Far Horizons Book 1. But other than that, it's gonna be me and Freya, wherever Freya is. She's in that corner somewhere, goofing around. But welcome to the vlog. I'm so happy you're here. Let's get to it. happy, technically Sunday, because it's 3 a.m. and I'm playing with Freya and her wand toy in the bed to get some of her wiggles out before we actually go to bed, because she's been sleeping all day. All day, I say, all evening and all night up until this point. So I want to get some of her wiggles out so she has, like, you know, more calmness during the night. Not that she keeps me up ever, but you know what I mean. Today, I did not do a speck of reading. I planned on doing some reading. I planned on reading the Jusat Crown. And then I just got so focused on my knitting. And then I put on New Girl. And I was like, what if I just don't? What if I just don't read? So we'll read tomorrow. We'll see where that gets me tomorrow. I do want to try and wrap the book tomorrow, so that would be a great thing to finish my 100th book this weekend, possibly start another one. I have low hopes on that one though, because I just have not been reading a lot. You probably have noticed if you've been around for a little while, my reading vlogs, I used to read like 2-3 books a reading vlog, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 if I was feeling very ambitious and it was a long weekend or something. But like recently I've been barely finishing one, if that. There's been a couple vlogs where I've just started one and got like maybe a couple 100 pages in, which is totally fine. I feel so blah this time of year. And this particular year, I'm feeling particularly blah. I'm in a lot of pain. It feels like there's glass in both of my knees whenever I stand up and sit down. Don't know what that's about. That's been happening for like a couple months now. And I'm not happy about it. I've had knee problems my whole life though. So I'm just like hoping it'll go away because I don't want to deal with it. I'm in a lot of pain and this bad boy keeps flaring up. So I've been wearing my carpal tunnel brace for a week straight or like at night when I sleep, because I just need to not have my wrist go on me, especially my right hand because it's my dominant hand. And I just feel so like I want it to snow so bad. We do not have snow. It's fucking the end of November. It's still plus degrees outside and I am sad about it. Not that I want it to be cold. I want snow because it's so dark outside. It's dark at like 4:30 now, right? I need it to snow so that there's something that the light can reflect on, so it's not as pitch black outside and as dreary, dark, and terrible. You know what I mean? So that would be nice. So I'm kind of fighting the depression right now. Fighting it by playing with my kitten. Look at her. She's up sneaking home. I'm fighting the depression with Freya and knitting and sourdough and like baking and stuff. Like I'm just trying to shut it down and ignore it to the best of my abilities. Because I'm feeling it's very like in the background right now. My place is a chaos mess. Like I know if my parents came over, they would look at me like they were concerned, which honestly doesn't take much for them because they don't like mess at all. But this is like, it's not even that messy. I just have a pile of clothes in the corner. And like I did vacuum yesterday, so there's that. But I can feel it. I can feel the waves cresting a little bit. Oh, that was such a good job. Wish I got that on video. She's loving this thing. Yeah. You know, mental health. It's a time. I can feel it in the background. I just need to keep it in the background and let it slowly fade away. Which is also why I'm trying not to get too mad at myself for not writing. Because I know another thing upon the pile of life is going to be too much. I've completely told myself, I've promised audiobooks for you guys of my books for months now, years now at this point, with A Second Story and A Little Luck, but it's just not happening this year because I just cannot, for the life of me, make my brain do it. And I do dearly apologize, my friends. It just kind of happens. I'm just here trying to, you know, survive the cresting of the waves of the despresso. So it's supposed to snow in a couple days. I really hope it does, and I hope it sticks. And then I hope that kind of kicks in a little bit of Christmas vibes, because that'd be so nice. And I hope my pain in my knee goes away. Knees. I mean, right now it's just in the one, and it's very bad because I've been sitting all evening, but that's why I'm standing right now, to like try and loosen it up a little. And the one knee, it's just constant, and the other one, it comes in waves. So yeah, I should probably get that checked out. I know, I can hear you guys. It's okay. It's fine. It's chill. Anyways, that's been my day. Another failed loaf, sourdough bread, but I did make sourdough croutons that were way too hard on my teeth, which is sad. And I took out 4 cookies from my sourdough cookie escapades a number of weeks ago and baked those. So I had a little sweet treat, which was really nice. And then I had some popcorn, and that was delightful. So highly recommend checking like chocolate chippies in your popcorn. It's delightful. If you have Smarties, do that. I know in the States you guys call Rockets Smarties, so like M&M's for you guys. It's delightful. Highly recommend. It's a good taste profile. Anyways, yeah, hopefully I got more reading moves tomorrow. Hopefully I'm in a little bit of a better mood tomorrow. Even though I'm in an okay mood now, right? I'm watching my cat jump like this for her fish. She's having a great time. And so am I, honestly. I'm just sore, beyond exhausted because my sleep schedule has been completely fucked. I should go to bed. So, what an update. It's been kind of a gloomy update, guys, but you know what? That's sometimes how life is. I'm falling apart. It's fine. I have a fish toy and my baby, and that's all I need. Anyways, I'll chat to you guys tomorrow for Sunday. But yeah, that's the update. Wonderful. Here you go. Oh my gosh. Hello friends, happy Monday. I am here currently playing with Freya. I don't know. There, I'll put you there. I got her fishy on a line and she's having a great time. And I thought, well, I'm standing here going fishing for cats. I'll chat to y'all because I didn't really talk to you guys all yesterday. I am feeling a little better today. Not really though, because my sleep schedule is so royally fucked that I am so exhausted all the time. In good fun reading news, I finished the Just Let Air yesterday. The Just Let Crown, not the Just Let Air. I finished that duology. I don't know if that has a fancy name or not. The duology. I don't know if the duology has a name. Yes, it does. The Scorched Throne. The Scorched Throne duology. Finished it. This was really, really, really good. This was genuinely really, really good. The ending was a little weak in some places, but I also think like it was done in a way that was like really good for the series, to wrap it up, and really interesting. But this is not a 5-star. The series is not a 5-star series. The first book is 4 stars. I think this one's like 4.5 maybe. I have to run it through Cop-Out, but there's a few things with the world building and the lore that's created in here that I wish were just a little bit deeper. And I do have qualms about Aaron and Sylvia, or Aaron and Essia, I guess you should call her, in this particular book. I wish there were a few things that were just clearer. I wish that it was less of a faff around with random arguments that would pop up everywhere and then they would end up kissing, and I'm just like, isn't it hard for him to kiss her? Because like if he touches her he's gonna drain her of her magic. Like what like I understand in the one scene where they actually got a reprieve because of circumstances, but like maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe they don't actually kiss properly What they do near, yeah. I don't know. I have a few qualms about the clarity of that, because we know very clearly that, like, first of all, Eren wears gloves all the time because his his power drains the magic of anyone he touches if they have magic, right? And it's become like a whole thing that pretty much everybody is terrified to touch this man, because he's also like known as the Ice King or whatever. Like, he's known to be very cold, very just, you know, unapproachable, untouchable vibes by like pretty much everybody. Because there's a woman in here who's like his honestly perfect equal, in the fact like if he had never met Estia, like probably would have been his betrothed kind of thing, because she is, I don't know, she like, obviously it wouldn't be like a great marriage, but like it would be more of a like strategical marriage kind of a thing. Anyways, but she is also terrified to touch him, and it's very interesting to see the two of them interact, because she also has like a raging crush on him, and it's very clear. Eren is like, bestie, if I wasn't in love with this other woman, we could talk, but like, I don't know. So this book was so well done politically and story-wise. This whole like duology was just so fascinating politically and magic-wise and character-wise and all this kind of stuff. And I honestly think like the weakest parts of the book were probably not even the book's fault. Like, one of the things was the audiobook narrator for Marek. There's a scene near the end where like, clearly Marek is supposed to be very, very, very emotional, and it's just not getting across. And I'm just like, bestie, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're just reading it monotone. What's happening? And Eren's audiobook narrator in this book specifically, because it's different in the Just Out of Air, in this book, he also doesn't hit those emotional notes well. And so, I don't know, like, they just weren't giving a good performance, in my opinion. Seifa's was fine. And then, of course, the main character, Essia Sylvia, her narrator is so fantastic, and it's the same narrator from Stardust Thief. One of those characters has the same narrator, and she's so good for this type of character. She just has the right tone, and she has the right kind of voice. I don't know, she's awesome. So I enjoyed the audiobook narration for the most part of this book. A few of the characters, which thankfully we don't see a whole lot, like their POVs in here, we really don't. I also don't really understand the reasoning for Marek's point of view, really. And I feel like Seifa's point of view was put in there for just to give the book something else to worry about, like another threat, which just kind of makes sense because she was kind of a threat in the first one. But I still don't understand a few of the story beats in their stories, because they weren't like satisfyingly tied to the main story in any way. They just kind of were there and like didn't really do anything. So in that aspect, a little weak. But overall, I really liked this, and it did make me cry at the end in a really like subtle way. It wasn't nearly close to the sobbing that I had when I was reading The Island of the Silver Sea. So anyways, 100th book of the year is complete, my friends. I am so happy. And now I have a hankering to go into my cozy books, which are these two. I have, of course, my Arc of Uncharmed that I'm 7% of the way through, and Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. So I think these are gonna be the next ones that I read. And I do have like my priority TBR stacked here, which I've talked about in many videos. The Red Tempest Brother, the Bound Worlds by Megan E. O'Keefe, and then the Lyra Celine, which I'm also very excited about. So it's gonna be fun. I also, fun fact, started filming another TBR side quest. So you guys will be seeing that at some point, hopefully soon, which is very exciting. We love a TBR side quest. I'm not gonna tell you the theme of this here side quest, but it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited about it. But yeah, so 100th book down, another series finished. I'm happy with that, and it was like a genuinely good duology. I highly recommend this duology. I think if you are into political fantasy with some romance mixed in, you're gonna love this. If you love an enemies to lovers, these are true enemies to lovers. These two are always at each other's throats. It's a great time. Anyways, so yeah, it's Monday. I need to do some work. I need to eat and make a coffee. And then I also need to go to work later because I teach tonight. But for now, would you like some Freya time? Yes, is your fishy? Yeah. I'm going fishing, but I'm not catching anything. Oh, I got something. Oh my god. Are you gonna lick your toes in the middle of this? Lick your toes. She's also obsessed with this bag. She loves it. Oh, you're upside down. You're on the beach. There we go. Cutie patootie. Yeah.
Yeah, I would really appreciate it if you just stopped.
Hello, friends. It is now much later. It's like 12:30. I have a baby on my lap who's just staring at me. Look at this thing. Oh yeah? Is it you? Oh my goodness. But I am back home from piano. Been sitting here for so long. I had one piece of leftover pizza because mom and dad had pizza yesterday and some salad. And then I had a cinnamon bun that my friend brought over. It was a banana cinnamon bun. And it was so tasty and also so weird because when I eat a cinnamon bun, I don't expect it to taste like banana bread. And it was so banana-y. And immediately my stomach was like, this is atrocious for me, thanks. And I just sat here, it's like slightly in pain, but also on like cloud nine because it was so tasty. So that was delightful. Nice little sweet treat. And then I just been like kind of picking away at my knitting. I haven't like updated you on the sailor slippers at all, but I got one done. This is my left slipper. This is not done. This is not done. I still have the sewing it together and the I-cord to do, but like the majority of it, yeah, the majority of it is done. So I did right off the top, I did both heels. Where the other heel went, I couldn't say. It was here a second ago. Freya's probably on it. Oh no, it's literally in front of my eyes. This is the other like heel, not heel, but like back panel or whatever. This is the right foot back panel. And I was gonna start that tonight and I got lazy. And I didn't want to pick up stitches or anything, so I just pulled this in my hands. This is my dad's headband that I've been working on. Fun, I'm in the second half of it. What takes the longest with these is sewing them together at the end. Fuck, that takes forever. Yeah, so sort of a success this weekend. This is a really fun project so far. I've read how to sew it together like twice in the project notes pattern. My brain is so gone today. I've read how to sew it together twice in the pattern. I like looked over it and I still don't quite understand it, so I need to like actually do it because I don't understand why I wouldn't just match a stitch the whole thing. But they're telling me to learn a new stitch that I've never learned before. So, okay. So we're gonna try that. And then we're gonna figure out how to do the I-cord and then finish this here slipper and then do the second one. It's so funny to say that this is the slipper because it's fucking huge. But then again, I have really big feet. So like this isn't atrocious considering that I see so many people online like being funny with their slippers and they look fucking-normous on them. Like this wouldn't be really that far off. I'm size 11 feet. And this like your foot is the size of your forearm, right? So like it's not far off. Anyways, so that's that project. I also got the shipping notification from Rito.com today that the other yarn for my parents' slippers are on their way. So fingers crossed it comes in the next couple weeks, depending on how fast European shipping is. And then I'll get those done as well. But by the time that theirs come in, I want to have felted mine to see how that works in my machine because I don't know how my machine's gonna go. It is a top load, but I don't believe I have an agitator. I don't know if I have an agitator at the bottom of mine. So we're gonna have to see how it works. And I have never used my machine on hot, ever. I'm a cold water girly for my laundry. Because one, it's more energy efficient. And two, it does the same fucking thing. So I'm gonna have to put it on hot for this to felt. And I don't even know if it works on my machine. We shall see how that works. I also got new phone cases in the mail. This is what they look like because one of them is currently on my phone. It's the Black Cat one. And I'm so in love with it because I got this picture with Freya. How cute. She matches my phone case. My phone case matches her. And at work today, I ended up reading because one of my kids didn't show up, so I had a half hour. I ended up reading to 15% of Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood. And then I just read to 19% sitting here a little while ago. So I read like another chapter or something. I feel like I just am not into this right now. Like I'm enjoying it when I'm reading it, but I just don't ever think about picking it up. So what I need to do, and I think this is with a lot of cozy books, I need to just lock in and read it all in one sitting kind of vibes. So I should be doing that at some point. And then the next one is going to be Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. And I'm excited about that. Anyways, my beautiful friends, I'm going to leave this here. I ended up rating the Jessad Crown 4 stars. It like technically probably would be like 4.25. I don't do quarter stars. That just gets into nitty gritty that I don't need to personally get into. Half stars are fine for me. But this is a 4-star book. It's a little better than the Jessad Heir in my opinion, but not quite a perfect book, as I talked about earlier. I have a few qualms, a few things that I thought could have been better. And due to my rant in my Thursday reading vlog that went up when I started my 100th book of the year, if you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's fun, it's short, much shorter than my usual vlogs. It's like 22 minutes, crazy. But one of my things that I was talking about in that video is that I said flat out, and I was only halfway through, that it would have been better as a trilogy. And I honestly don't know if this would have been better as a trilogy or not, but I think it could have been better balanced because this one was very heavy with a lot of plot and story and stuff like that. It's over 600 pages. It's like a 670 page book, right? It's chunky. First one is not nearly as chunky. It's still chunky. It's still a thick fantasy book, but it's like a pretty average fantasy book size, whereas this one's big. So I think they could have been better balanced story-wise. I don't know how you would have, because the way the first one ends, that is a natural cutoff for that. But I think some of the like side stuff could have been better established in the first one. Like some of the things like with Seifa and Merrick that I said that don't really have anything to do with anything. I think they could have been better fleshed out in the first book so that it made more sense to have them in the second book. That kind of a thing. I think it would have been better to have more balance between the two books. And then it would have been a perfect duology. But I don't know if I agree with my previous self saying that it should have been a trilogy, because I feel like that would have given the second book syndrome of the sag. Like I think it would have done something akin to that if this had been a trilogy. So I think this was a good duology on its own. I think it did well. And I think the way that the first one ended was a natural place to cut this and then start the second one where it did. I think it was very interesting. And it did some things that I'm very happy with. And if you like stories that have like the secret heir vibe, but like it's a secret heir from basically the beginning, you're gonna definitely pick this up and love it. And if you're on the fence about that trope, pick it up anyway, because it's a damn good fantasy book filled with political intrigue. I love a fallen kingdom trope. I have now read 2 of them very quickly in succession, which is these and also The Second Death of Locke. We love a crumbled kingdom kind of vibe. I don't know, it's just so interesting to me. Like the political powers at play and like rebuilding a kingdom, rebuilding a people, etc. It's interesting to me. So that's been my weekend, my friends. Full of knitting. Another failed sourdough loaf, but I think it's my starter because my starter is now acting different. It's like bubbly and active, and it smells like acetone when it's hungry, which it never has before, which is a smell that people in the sourdough community say is fine. Like if your sourdough smells like acetone, it just means it's hungry, which is crazy. Like the amount of different smells that sourdough starter has, unreal and a little scary sometimes, but it's okay. I'm feeling better than I was earlier today. My God, the morbs were hitting me today. I was not having a good time. I was asleep, basically, when I went into work today. But my kids have the tendency to, like, perk me up quite a bit because I have to, like, fake it till I make it vibes, even though I'm not fully here sometimes. And I say weird shit. They just kind of go with the flow at this point. My children, they love me, and I love them very dearly. So it was a good night, at least. So that's good. And it's very easy when you're just teaching Christmas songs at this point. So we love it. Anyways, my friends, I'm going to catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.